My name is Jennifer.
And I live in Chilliwack, BC, near Vancouver.
I was going to be an elementary school teacher. I put myself through school by doing numerous jobs. And I ended up getting my Bachelor of General Studies with a minor in Visual Arts and almost English. But in the last semester of my degree, I was a traffic control person. And one morning, I was struck by an SUV while I was holding my stop sign at 80 kilometers an hour. My body totaled that SUV. So I had died. Fortunately, I was revived while I was airlifted to VGH, which was the nearest hospital. And I was there for a couple of months. And when I was revived, I had many broken bones and severe brain injuries to 3 parts of my brain. There were so many challenges having brain injuries. I cannot retain information very well. I don't have my visual memory working very well. I'm very slow. I need repetition, and that really helps. But I don't understand things easily the first time I hear things. I cannot retain anything I read. I can watch the same movies again and again and again and not remember what happens. And I think that's because I don't really have my visual memory working well. I'm not very creative, and of course that's extremely difficult when it comes to art and how I just need to copy images, and I don't really have the ability to be unique in the art that I create. I was expected to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Every single thing was difficult. I had challenges in every aspect of my life. I was in so much pain constantly, and I had to figure out a way to get through it. But I got through it all with a smile on my face, which a lot of people didn't really understand because I was not in a good situation at all. Doctors were asking how I was able to keep a smile on my face, and I said that, well, God's with me, and he said he's not finished with me yet. So I felt like I had a purpose, and I didn't know exactly what it was. I just knew that I had to try my best to do everything that I could. So even though I was told that I was never going to walk again, I didn't believe the doctors. I said, I'm going to walk down the aisle one day. I believe it's going to happen. And then 2 years later, I did. To a guy that was there at the hospital every day that I had only met 10 days before the accident. And I had a different boyfriend that I unfortunately didn't remember when the accident happened, because with my brain injuries, I had retrograde amnesia and didn't remember my past. So I just assumed that when I saw Ray, I assumed he was my boyfriend, and I was wrong at that point. But then he continued to come see me, and we just had a fantastic relationship where I thought I was in a dreamlike state and didn't even know he was real at first because I thought I was dreaming. So we have worked really hard to move forward and not just be in the difficult circumstances we were, where I was unable to do anything independent. Ray helped me through everything that I needed help with, and that included bathing me, feeding me. So he made me all my meals. He still makes me all my meals. I didn't want to accept that I wouldn't be able to walk again. So I went through physio and I did everything that I could to walk. With the pain that I was in, I like to think of it as if I was on my way to the fridge to get a delicious piece of cake that I was so excited to get. But I stubbed my toe on the way there, which hurt like hell. So you don't just stay there and focus on the pain. You have to keep going. Go to the fridge. You'll get there. Get the cake and enjoy it because the cake is delicious. And so that's like life. Life is good. So it's like, even though I have this pain and restrictions that will hold me back, if I just keep moving forward and look to what goals I want to try to accomplish and do everything I can to try to get there, there will be good that happens along the way. As long as I don't focus on the pain, as long as I don't focus on what holds me back. I knew that if I put enough effort into being the best that I could be, I wouldn't let my pain and restrictions hold me back. I can basically do the basic things that I need to do, and I avoid the things that I know that I cannot do, because that's really disheartening, and I don't want to accept the negatives as my life. I want my life to be positive, so I want to work hard to do everything I can. I am very grateful that I ended up getting to have 2 daughters. One of them just turned 10 and the other one is 8. And they both have learned that we just have to do our best, and being the best that we can be is amazing. We accomplish great things, and I am so proud of them. They are really great at everything that they do because they try and they don't want to give up. So I think that if everybody kind of did everything that they could to better themselves and be the best that they could be, they would be able to accomplish what they want. Throughout all of the challenges that I had, I always figured that the people that you're with are what's going to be able to bring you joy. So even when I was in pain, I was still able to smile when I saw somebody because I was so grateful for their time. And I figured appreciation is the key to happiness. But I think that the people in your life are what matter the most. My mom was my best friend. She was the closest person to me for my entire life. But last year, she unexpectedly passed away from a terrible tragedy. I didn't think I would be able to move forward with a smile after that because I was in so much internal pain. That was so much harder than the physical pain. But I started to think about the fact that I am here because of her. And I feel like there is a purpose for me that is not finished, and I have to keep doing everything I can. And I am like my mom was.
I live for my girls. I even got to be a homestay parent for a while, and I got to teach the international students English, which was really fulfilling for me.
For fun, I love art. I love painting. That is one of my biggest passions. I think that it is a great form of self-expression. And I did not remember anything I learned when I got my visual arts minor, but I knew that I could do it before, and I have my hands, so I could use them and it's going to produce something. So I figured if I just keep trying and learning by experiencing and trial and error, then I would be able to produce something, and hopefully it would be good. I do think that I have some really nice art skills. I love to paint people pictures, especially for their birthdays. One of my other passions is playing games. So I play Pokemon Go. For my friends' birthdays, I paint my friends their favorite Pokemon. Because I love cartoon art. I feel like it's vibrant, and I just need to mix enough paint to get one color, and then it takes me a really, really, really long time to accomplish any of these paintings, but I eventually get it done. One of the things that I love about art is that it is something that will be able to be around after I am gone. So I want to be able to have people have something that they can look at and smile and think of me with positive memories, and kind of be reminded that they will be able to accomplish things. I think that when people get to see how much effort I put into everything, the fact that I can create something they can hold on to is really cool. And I hope that it inspires people to do whatever they can to accomplish what brings them joy and others. Because I think that when you're doing something for other people, I think that that is what's going to bring you joy. And I think that that's really important. One of the biggest challenges that I face with painting is not having my visual memory. So I don't really know what colors I need to mix to get the other colors that I need, but with trial and error, I usually find something that matches. And one of the biggest challenges that I have is that I don't have my creativity. It's very minimal. So I can look at a photo and I try to copy it, and that's how I can create something. So I try to do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to get a color that matches. And then when I take the pencil to sketch and outline, then I basically will be able to make it look like the image that I'm trying to copy. So I feel like I am successful with that. Trial and error leads to success, because then I can learn from my mistakes. And I think that that's something that is important to do in any aspect of life. Learn to keep moving forward. I think that I am inspiring to others because I have a very, very difficult life, emotionally and physically, with all of my limitations, but I will not let it keep me from smiling. I think that appreciation is the key to happiness, and I am so grateful for everything that I have. All of the people in my life are the most important things, and I'm grateful for my home. It's wonderful. I am very fortunate to be a homeowner and enjoy where I live and get to be peaceful and get to be at peace in my home, getting to relax as much as I can. So I think that life is good, and we need to do whatever it takes that we can to enjoy it. So keep moving forward. Through all of my physical, mental, and emotional challenges, there is so much beauty in my story because I have my amazing little girls, Serenity and Destiny. I think that they are the best part of my life. I get to enjoy, and I get to be a teacher for them in ways, even though I don't get paid for it. I get to help them develop their strengths and their skills. And that's the thing. We focus on our strengths, we focus on our skills, and we don't focus on our challenges. We have to be aware of the challenges and then do whatever we can to get through them, but look towards the results that we know that we can accomplish. My name is Jennifer.